Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Inter TV for the Serie A defending champions' penultimate dress rehearsal before the start of the new season. It's a prestigious one tonight in Monza at the Power Stadium as the Nerazzurri take on Saudi Pro League's Ittihad in Brianza. Simone Inzaghi will be eager to fine-tune his squad and get confirmation on the state of his players before the season opener in Liguria against Genoa on August 17th. This very much a glamorous fixture and what will be Inter's biggest test so far during the pre-season. Nicolò Barella will lead the Nerazzurri in this game. And it is an Ittihad side featuring the likes of global stars such as Karim Benzema, the Frenchman who will lead the line for Ittihad. Certainly not a team to be underestimated and a team that will have a point to prove, because since Laurent Blanc's arrival on the 13th of July, Ittihad have lost all 4 of their friendlies with the Frenchman at the helm of the club. It is going to be a very similar Inter to the side that we saw dominate the Serie A season last campaign. None of the club's new signings and new faces make an appearance in this match, as there is an exchange of niceties here between Barella and Benzema. The toss with one happy fan, and the referee with the officials for this one, Niccolò Turini, takes charge of the game. Daniele Caldirola and Edoardo Maria Brunetti are the linesmen, the assistant referees. Many Nerazzurri supporters coming already to the stadium, a sign of just how popular the club is. Jan Sommer, who suffered heartbreak with Switzerland. As we look at this Inter side, classic-looking Nerazzurri take to the field, with Simone Inzaghi preferring to start his more trusted players for this first real test during the pre-season friendlies. Jan Sommer's in goal, strongmen Acerbi and Bastoni are in the back three, along promising talent Jan Bisek. Slight surprise in midfield, no Henrik Mkhitaryan, who's left out of the starting 11 in favour of Fratesi. Ittihad do have stars all over the pitch. Look no further than Karim Benzema, who wears the number 9 shirt. Houssem Aouar, an arrival from Serie A, and Roma starts just behind the new signing, that is Moussa Diaby, who has just joined from Aston Villa. This certainly a big test for Inter and a test for Inter's back line. The spotlight will be on Jan Bisek and how he fits in alongside the experience of Acerbi and Bastoni. Inter's penultimate pre-season friendly kicks off at the Power Stadium. The Nerazzurri take on Saudi Pro League side Ittihad in what is a very glamorous fixture. The visitors, who have not had the best start to life under Laurent Blanc, will certainly come here with a point to prove, as an early ball forward will find Marcus Thuram, who did, however, get the last touch, so it will be a first throw-in of the game for Ittihad. Hassan Kadesh takes charge of this one, with Aouar coming short for one of his first touches in an Ittihad jersey. That one, though, won back comfortably by Nicolò Barella. Despite this being a pre-season game, I can tell you what, the stadium almost at full capacity as Çalhanoğlu moves it along. Barella. Now Acerbi. Francesco Acerbi, who had to miss out on international duty with Italy during the summer due to an injury he picked up, but very much one of the players of the season for Inter, and very much one of the players of the season in Serie A last campaign. There's a dash there through the middle from Fratesi. It goes out wide, however, to Matteo Darmian. Darmian, a little bit of time, picks the pass out wide to Di Marco. Now Barella. First move this by Inter, and it will be a corner. And the noise comes up a notch already inside the U-Power Stadium. The U-Power Stadium, who usually features home side Monza, another pensioner in the Italian top flight. And the local rival, of course, plenty of teams in the Lombardy region playing the Italian top flight. But now it is a corner for Inter. First corner of the match. It will be Di Marco to take. Swept in and met well by Fabinho. Former Liverpool man with a confident header away to clear. Fawaz Al score. Al Ittihad not seeing much of the ball in the opening couple of minutes here at the U-Power Stadium. They are still going to be in possession of the ball, however, the Saudi side. Benzema. Lovely touch to bring the ball down there. As Inter look to break forward, Fratesi lays it off. Now Barella, shooting chance. And it's won back by Fabinho. So often the disruptor in the midfield, the Brazilian. But Inter at the moment enjoying a lot of the ball. It's been an almost faultless start during the pre-season for the Nerazzurri. 3 wins and a draw. That was in their last match against Serie B side Pisa. A 1-1 draw on that occasion, but before that, a 3-0 win against Las Palmas, a 2-1 win against Pergolettese, and a 3-2 win against Lugano, completing Inter's pre-season friendlies. The Nerazzurri, who will be up against Chelsea in a couple days' time before turning their eye towards that season opener against Genoa. Not an easy game as Simone Inzaghi and his players look to defend the Scudetto, a 20th crown for the Nerazzurri after what was a remarkable season last campaign, controlled from start to finish from Simone Inzaghi's players. Kadesh, Luis Felipe, clever little pass. Kadesh again. That's a loose touch. Aouar did well to win it back. Goes all the way back to Rashkovic. That is going to be a free kick awarded to the visiting side. Delayed blow to the whistle there from referee Nicolò Turini. Felipe long, Bisek intercepts and puts it down for Barella. Bastoni. Risky pass, Benzema not able to intercept on that occasion. Probably one of the most famous interceptions from a striker in recent years was Benzema's, as he cut across Loris Karius's ball in the Champions League final, scoring the first goal of that final as Real Madrid eventually beat Liverpool. Here's Acerbi. Sommer. Bisek. Correa, that's a good layoff. Fratesi. Plenty of blue jerseys running forward. Bisek is one of them, and he's laid it across to Di Marco. Needed that tackle. Diaby. One of his first touches of the game, Moussa Diaby, and immediately he shows his speedy qualities, the Frenchman. That's not a good ball, though. Fratesi intercepts. Here's Di Marco. Çalhanoğlu thought about it and thought better of it. Here he is again, the Turkish international. This time he goes, and it is a first shot that is a long way off target. Take a look at this one again from Çalhanoğlu. Might have been better off shooting when he first thought about it. Looked a little bit more open. Clearance from Rashkovic. Bastoni did just about enough to maintain possession. Inter seeing a lot of the ball. Barella. It will be curious to see how the Italy internationals, who had such a disappointing Euros campaign, react. Niccolò Barella, one of the best performers for Italy, without a shadow of the doubt. But it has been a damaging summer for Italian football overall. As Bisek finds himself in an advanced position, can he find Thuram? It was cut out nicely. Al Ghamdi there coming back and fulfilling his defensive duties. Al Ittihad really struggling to get their foot on the ball, and Inter starting to apply the pressure. Marco leaves it this time. Çalhanoğlu delivers. It's a good ball. Met on the volley by Thuram. Barella back to Darmian. Marco. Fratesi, this is lovely play. Correa to open the score. His first touch it wide, Thuram. And eventually it's gathered by Rashkovic. Joaquin Correa's first touch, letting him down a little bit on that occasion. It looked like it was destined to be the opening goal of the game. And Al Ittihad, certainly from their point of view, will want to tighten up defensively, because the Nerazzurri finding it far too easy to get through them at the moment. It's been excellent play, though, from the Serie A reigning champions. Barella, Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu again. Bisek and Darmian look to have swapped places at the moment, with the German playing in a deeper role. They switch back again. But he does like to get forward, Jan Bisek. It's something that we saw him do a number of times last season in his first campaign here in Serie A. 23-year-old, versatile defender for sure. And he has started the season, or this pre-season I should say, in good form with that goal against Pisa. Two goals for Inter in Serie A last campaign, after scoring 4 for Aarhus the season before in the Danish Superliga. Here he is now, Bisek. Correa. Çalhanoğlu had to get his control right with Benzema lurking. It's a frustrating start to the game for the Saudi side. Out wide it goes, Bastoni. Di Marco, Correa. It's lovely play. Barella. Crossing chance. Very good idea. And you can see just how much it means to Nicolo Barella to do things right. Despite this being a pre-season friendly, the little signs of frustration just showing us the expectation of Nicolo Barella to always play at his very best. Again, Ittihad playing themselves into trouble. Diaby and Benzema seeing none of the ball as Bastoni takes off again and finds Barella, who can pull it back. Very good defending by Luis Felipe. Di Marco, it's still not over. Barella, Di Marco. Darmian arrives, and it's headed wide. Have a look at that header again from Matteo Darmian. It's a good ball from Di Marco to pick him out. Needed to just meet it a little bit more crisply there, Darmian, and that could easily have been 1-0 to the Italian side. Kadesh. Al Ghamdi. Rare opportunities he's had to get on the ball. It is going to be the Saudis who retain possession as Laurent Blanc paces down the sidelines. Simone Inzaghi, however, very much one of the masterminds in terms of coaching at the moment in European football. It'll be very curious to see how Inter manage in this new Serie A season, which is going to see a lot of changes. Loose tackle there on Al Ghamdi. Looks like Bisek is the guilty party. Tends to have to be something particularly nasty to get a yellow card in pre-season friendlies and in friendlies in general. There wasn't one there distributed by referee Niccolò Turini. And that's given away to Benzema. Well covered by Bastoni. Spares Acerbi some blushes there. Acerbi, such a well-regarded defender, coming towards the twilight of his career, Francesco Acerbi, but he remains so dominant in the Italian top flight. Here he is again on the ball. Inter have this license to knock it around crisply. So many of Inzaghi's parts are interchangeable in this Inter side, which makes them such a threat and such a team that is difficult to play against. Foul there on Darmian. Çalhanoğlu falls backwards as Al Ittihad finally look to press a little bit higher up the pitch. That's exactly what they're doing here. Laurent Blanc perhaps realising that his players need to disrupt Inter's passing channels. Sommer takes his time, doesn't panic, and finds Thuram. It's good hold-up play from the Inter number 9. Here is Marcus Thuram again. Acerbi. Let's have a play. A little bit sloppy touches there from Francesco Acerbi, you have to say. Benzema now to Aouar. Both players represented France, both players of Algerian descent. Aouar now represents Algeria, and it's fallen kindly here to Benzema. First chance of the game for Al Ittihad. It's a little bit lucky in the way it came about, but certainly can't afford to give Karim Benzema those kinds of opportunities too often. Correa. It's a lovely turn by Joaquin Correa. Fratesi there gets involved a little bit with Saad Al Musa. Didn't agree it was a foul. The arm comes across. It was a very good turn from Correa. Just get the feeling that Al Ittihad's midfield and defence have tightened up a little bit, and stopping Inter at the moment, finding those passes in between the lines, even though Barella presents an option. Thuram wins it back cleanly, and it opens up over the ball. Just got flat there. Very inviting opening as well, with Darmian making a move down that right flank. Former Manchester United man who's certainly found a new lease of life with Inter. Here's another player who's been excellent in the nerazzurri jersey, Di Marco. Çalhanoğlu. Bastoni. Lovely play again, Correa. Good tackle, says the referee. Diaby's found Benzema. Now it can open up. Benzema. It's a poor through ball. It'll be kept in play. But Bisek, too strong. And listen to that roar from the crowd. That's why he's so highly regarded. And the first chance of Bisek Ali from the Nerazzurri faithful. He's given it away there, though, the German. Benzema. Diaby made a different run to the one Benzema wanted him to make. Barella to Thuram. It could open up for Inter here. The Nerazzurri with a bit between their teeth as Thuram comes forward. Darmian out wide to his right. Here is the Italian. He was asking a little bit too much from his teammate there. Plays everyone forward. Correa, Fratesi loves to drive from midfield. Çalhanoğlu, Thuram. Referee says play on. Bastoni. Not easy this for Acerbi, with Benzema bearing down on him, but again oozing confidence and composure there, Francesco Acerbi. Here's Bisek. And would have been through had he continued his run. Here he is, the Frenchman, Darmian. Çalhanoğlu looking for Correa. You have to say that's good goalkeeping from the Al Ittihad #1. Could have easily panicked and sent it into the stands, but let it bounce and took it in his own box, nullifying that Nerazzurri move. The build-up to this pre-season friendly was that Al Ittihad would provide more of a test to Inzaghi's players, but you have to say that so far they'll be feeling perhaps a little bit lucky not to be at least a goal down. Correa's opportunity should have been scored. Darmian could easily have had a second as well. Luis Felipe. Ittihad, who finish in 5th place last season in the Saudi Pro League. Benzema, it's good play. Diaby. Fabinho. Awa. Kadesh, Luis Felipe, Ittihad forced backwards. Our score goes over the top. It's not a bad ball. Di Marco tracked it, and it ends up in the hands of Yann Sommer. The Saudi side still struggling to find a way through to even create a chance against Yann Sommer. Barella, Darmian's all alone. Barella didn't see him. Correa's given it away. Collected by Al Ghamdi. And he's lost it. Barella, Thuram, allowed to turn. Marco. Allowing Darmian to collect the ball there. Bisek. It's one of the great things about Jan Bisek is he always looks for a forward pass. Benzema can turn. He's got Acerbi isolated. First real test this for Acerbi. Awa through to Diaby. This is dangerous. Diaby! And the first goal does go to Al Ittihad. It is somewhat against the run of play. But Moussa Diaby, recent arrival from Aston Villa in the Premier League, scores the opening game of this pre-season friendly. Inzaghi won't be happy. It's a perfectly timed run. Bastoni jumps out, gets it wrong. And Sommer was always going to struggle from this position. You have to say, it's a well-taken goal. And into trail just past the midway point in this first half. Well, it's certainly going to be a wake-up call now for the Nerazzurri. Barella looking to immediately respond. Çalhanoğlu. Frattesi slightly behind. Çalhanoğlu still alive though for Inter. Di Marco crossing chance. Corner. Could be a blow for Al Ittihad with Luis Felipe hitting the ground. He's been good at the back, Luis Felipe. And the substitution is going to be made. Have to see how Inter are able to exploit this, because Luis Felipe, who is a player very well known in Italy, of course, having played the majority of his early career with Lazio before a move to Betis in La Liga. His first foray into Italian football was with Salernitana in Serie B during the 2016-2017 season. His part in this game is over. It is another Al Ghamdi who is going to come on here. Ahmed Al Ghamdi. Not to be confused with Faisal Al Ghamdi. Another good idea to try and find Di Marco, but an early touch here for the substitute, Ahmed Al Ghamdi, who can run at Darmian, but it's a bad ball toward Benzema. Fratesi now. So it's Fabinho who's slotted in the centre-back position. A versatility that he showed with Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, Fabinho. And prior to that with Monaco, as well, as Monaco won the Ligue 1 title in the year where Fabinho and Mbappe shone for them, managing to beat Paris Saint-Germain to the Ligue 1 crown, which is something that is, of course, so rare these years that it's worth noting. Benzema. Just oozes class as well, carrying Benzema. I'm sure that Inter will face many better strikers during the Serie A season than the one they're facing tonight. Marcus Thuram. Çalhanoğlu looking for Fratesi, just a little bit too much on the ball. Bastoni, Çalhanoğlu, Thuram, there's Al Ghamdi again, Benzema this time allowed to turn, carrying Benzema. Diaby made the run, goes out wide to outscore. Fabinho. Diaby. Have a look at the foul here again from Bastoni on Aouar, stopping the Algerian from turning and facing goal. Straight to Acerbi. Can Inter exploit this now? Plenty of players forwards for the Nerazzurri, just don't seem able to find a way through at the moment. Bisek and Darmian once again swapping positions out there. Very interchangeable, that right flank for the Nerazzurri. Darmian spreads it nicely toward Di Marco. Brilliant control from Di Marco. That's well watched, you have to say, by Kadesh. Al Ghamdi. Al Ghamdi, plenty of step-overs, but Bisek didn't bite. Fratesi. Çalhanoğlu. It's those little passes at the moment that are perhaps just slowing down the rhythm for the Nerazzurri. Çalhanoğlu there could have just played it into the stride of Marcus Thuram. Instead it was slightly behind him and the Frenchman had to check his run. Fratesi, Barella, that's better. Now Çalhanoğlu. This time he finds Thuram. Çalhanoğlu again. But once again, that final ball just not there for the Nerazzurri at the moment. Bastoni straight to Awar. It's back to Acerbi. Just feel that the Al-Ittihad goal has shut down the crowd a little bit. Inter, you have to say, were in such control that it was almost too comfortable for them. They were lulled to a false rhythm and paid the price as soon as Al-Ittihad broke forwards. Bisek, it's a good tackle by Fabinho, says the referee. Could have been a foul, not given. Fratesi appealing. Darmian. Unlucky not to keep it in play there. Darmian always runs his socks off, you have to say. Inter's number 36. And he intercepts the ball there. Di Marco. First time, well read by Fabinho, and Diaby here with his speed could be a real danger. It's only Bastoni. Di Marco trying to get back. Diaby, well read by Çalhanoğlu. That is excellent, excellent covering from Inter's number 20. Barella. Correa through the middle, and again Fabinho. Darmian. Çalhanoğlu. Bastoni, who joins the attack as well. Now Di Marco. Bastoni makes himself available. Di Marco straight into the arms of the goalkeeper, but it did cross the line, so it will be a corner. .35 minutes gone here at the Alt Power Stadium. Corner taken short. Desi too strong for Diaby. Benzema ahead of Barella. And Al-Ghamdi has got space to run into. Faisal Al-Ghamdi with Saad Al-Musa. Al-Ghamdi again. Hassan Kadesh. Behind Mohamed Al-Ghamdi there from Kadesh, and it returns the ball for Inter. Can Inter find that extra gear just before half-time? Just under 10 minutes to go here at the Alt Power Stadium in this first chapter between Inter and Al-Ittihad. Supporters inside the ground will be desperate to see their team equalise. Di Marco, offside. Looked offside as he took off. Federico Di Marco. You have to check on the replays to see just how far off he was. And not very is the answer. Just off. But it's those kind of runs that are going to disturb and unsettle this Al Ittihad back line. Cerbi, Barella. Oh, he's so good, Niccolò Barella. Bastoni. Barella once again trying that first time flick, but it's through to Diaby. Diaby is Benzema all alone in the middle, and he's put it wide, carrying Benzema. That is a massive let-off for Inter. It was too easy. And you can hear the crowd not happy at just how easy that was. Diaby is so quick on the counter-attack, and you don't expect a player of the quality and class of Karim Benzema to miss that. You'll take it though, certainly. Fratesi. That's good from Fratesi. Thuram looked offside. Flag stays down, but it goes up now. Reminder that there is no VAR, of course, this being a pre-season friendly. So it is up to the officials on the pitch to make those key decisions. And it looked to me like the assistant referee got that one right. He did. Thuram just didn't delay that run long enough. Fabinho. Bisek. Intercepted. Here's Kadesh. Aouar. Haven't seen too much from Oussem Aouar. Benzema just choosing to slow things down. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Inter still trail to that Diaby goal. Started so quickly out of the blocks, the Nerazzurri, that you're a little surprised that they haven't been able to score a goal. They should have scored a goal. Here's Bastoni. Barella. These intricate 1-2s at the moment not creating the momentum that the Italians really hope for, and that pass by Darmian is a pretty woeful one. He knows, and again a little bit of a groan from the crowd. Such is the love and the expectation here from the Nerazzurri faithful. You expect the best from the best, certainly here in Italy. Correa did well. Barella. He can take off here, Niccolò Barella. Correa with the overlapping run. It goes wide to Darmian. Darmian, Acerbi. Couldn't quite reach it. Darmian and Acerbi fighting to win it back. Referee says play on, still going. And eventually, a free kick. Not quite sure how, but it's given to the Saudi side. Francesco Acerbi clearly unimpressed. That looked like a foul there on Darmian. Good press at the moment from Inter. Nerazzurri trying to win the ball back. It's not happening at the moment for them. Al Ittihad finding more and more space in between the lines, and they can break forwards in numbers. It's 6 white jerseys breaking here to Inter's 4. Diaby went alone. But the counter-attack is on now. Darmian, Correa alone on the far side. Darmian finds Joaquin Correa. It's a good touch, but the offside flag is up. Benzema, Awa. All the way back to the goalkeeper it goes. Al Ittihad seem content with the scoreline heading into half-time. Can Inter just put something together though right before the break? Darmian has time. Bisek. Darmian just feeling there for a little bit more options. Thuram comes deep. Di Marco, Çalhanoğlu, Barella away from one, and again, Fratesi. Bisek. Two minutes of added time. Bisek goes down. Was he pulled? The referee says no. Oh, that looked a contentious one for sure. It looked pretty obvious that a tug was applied there on Jan Bisek. For now, we play on. We'll have to wait for the replay. Di Marco's come forward, and it's a corner for Inter to end the first half. Inter players still appealing to the referee. We're going to wait and see for this corner. All it needs is a good ball from Federico Di Marco. Acerbi, Bastoni, Thuram, such good players in the air. Di Marco's ball. Bisek! And it's saved by Rashkovic. What a big chance for the German there. Scored against Pisa in Inter's last friendly match. It's a really good header, plenty of power behind it. Just didn't have the right direction. Straight at the keeper, and in the end a straightforward stop. Acerbi. Still a couple of seconds to play here for Inter. Çalhanoğlu with Darmian. He's picked out Thuram. Thuram, still Marcus Thuram. And it will be another corner. Inter trying to apply the pressure. Çalhanoğlu. It was a lovely delivery on the last corner. Needs to be more or less the same, and Inter may go in level. Acerbi to Ram. It's a tussle in the air. We'll go no further in this first half. Somewhat against the run of play, you have to say that Al Ittihad do have the lead after 45 minutes. Moussa Diaby's goal from close range. The only strike in the opening 45, but from an Inter perspective, a very good start to the game. Joaquin Correa could have scored. Darmian and Bisek with headed opportunities that could have resulted in goals as well. But we will have to wait and see what develops in the second half. The score at the break is Inter 0, Al Ittihad 1.
Well, Moussa Diaby, he's off to a great start for his new club, Al Ittihad, as he's got them up 1-0 against the Italian champions Inter in Monza at U-Power Stadium. Good to have you with us, everybody. I'm Poppy Miller alongside Master T. Good to see you, Master. Good start for Al Ittihad. Obviously, now we're just, getting closer and closer to these seasons getting underway. So the importance feels like it's really starting to ramp up, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And for a team that had a lot of chaos last year, trying to figure out their managerial situation, trying to implement in some of the big moves that they made and getting a Benzema and getting a N'Golo Kante, but it just didn't work out. And the previous season before that, they were the Saudi League champions. So a lot right now going going on. And, of course, getting in Diaby for 60 million euros here, a great start for him in his first opportunity in Al Ittihad uniform.
Yeah, and Inter, the complete opposite. They were absolutely outstanding this past season coming into this one, but they're the ones down at the break. Let's show you how it happened then. There's Inzaghi and Laurent Blanc ahead of this pre-season friendly in Monza, as we mentioned. 10 minutes in, though, it was Inter here with a chance.
Yes, chance here for Inter Milan, and it was Correa here who's been at a favorite at Inter Milan here and getting an opportunity starting here because of some injuries up top for Inter Milan here. A good chance here, gets around a keeper here. The angle there is just very tight, though, and he tries to do the best with it, but unfortunately doesn't find the back of the net.
Yeah, and here's when the goal did come for Al Ittihad. Moussa Diaby, he's
great move
a bit of individual brilliance, wasn't it?
Absolutely. It was a great ball as well there coming in for Diaby. Great run there. Had a tight angle as well there, but was able to get it past the goalkeeper, and that's what Al Ittihad is expecting from him after paying big bucks for him this year.
This is one of the men that they want to see a lot from. Karim Benzema with a chance here just before halftime.
He's got to do better here. The great setup there. Benzema wide open. We've seen him time and time again scoring goals in these opportunities here. Didn't have the greatest of seasons last year as well with Al Ittihad in his first year. He's got to score those.
It was back and forth, though, wasn't it? Because Inter off a corner here and Bisek almost having one.
Yeah, nice header there on a corner kick there. Just goes right to the goalkeeper there. Easy save there. 1-0 here at halftime.
OK, so Inter, they're down by a goal at half-time in Italy. Here's a look at the first half stats. Inter had the majority of the possession. They had 5 shots, just 1 on target, as did Al Ittihad, but they managed to score theirs. Let's take a look then at what Inter's expectations are for this season, because once again, they are the favourites to win Serie A. Last season, they made it look pretty easy, didn't they, winning their Seconda Stella at 19 points clear of the rest of the pack. They had won it way before the final match day. It wasn't even close. Will it be closer this season, do you think?
You'd hope so, but the way it's shaping up right now, it's hard to pick against Inter Milan this year, and some of the moves that they made, getting a Taremi as well, getting a Zielinski, getting Fratesi, some great moves that they made. Some of these guys they were getting on free transfers as well, just great moves. Despite some of these guys being injured at this point, that's probably the biggest concern at the start of the season is if they're going to have enough attackers for that first month of the season with some of these injuries. But nevertheless, the depth everywhere else is going to be there. The talent's going to be there. The same squad's there. It's hard to pick against them.
It really is, and it's kind of reflected in the odds just how overwhelmingly favourites they are. Here's a look at the transfers, as you can see, 3 of which were loans made permanent. Fratesi, Augusto and Arnautovic. Josep Martinez comes in from Genoa as a backup for Jan Sommer, and then Zielinski from Napoli and Mehdi Taremi from Porto. A lot of Inter fans excited to see him after he had 5 goals in 3 matches so far in the friendlies. Unfortunately now, though, he's out with an injury for the next couple of weeks. Stay with us. We've got more on what we can expect to see in Italy's top flight after this short break. Welcome back, everybody. We're just a couple of weeks away from the Serie A season starting, but here's a look at the notable first-round Coppa Italia fixtures we've got to look forward to on the Golasso Network. Juve were last season's champions, and it's Sassuolo who will kick it off in action against Cittadella at 12 o'clock Eastern. Napoli will also play on Saturday. Then on Sunday, the one that everybody will be looking forward to, Como taking on Sampdoria, and that, of course, includes the ownership group, which includes Thierry Henry. Frosinone will play on Monday against Pisa. Let's talk about Napoli for a second, though, because they're really interesting, aren't they? Obviously, They had that fairy tale season a couple of seasons ago, which saw them win the Scudetto, and now Antonio Conte comes in to a team with, we're not really sure what to expect in terms of expectations with no European football, but with a manager like Antonio Conte, you've got to say the expectations are pretty high.
Yeah, he's going to have him competitive. He's going to have a game plan. He's going to have him ready to go in some capacity. It may be low scoring in terms of the way they do it, but I think the biggest question is who will he have on his team once this transfer window closes? Osimhen's transfer fee was at $140 million. Now it's reported $100 million. Will someone come in last minute and try to get him? Will they get Lukaku in? Will Kvaratskhelia stay? A lot of questions there in terms of who will be his star players that he can depend on throughout the season.
Yeah, he sure does. Just before we finish the season on our Serie A coverage, Marco Messina actually picked Napoli to win the Scudetto. So some have higher expectations than others when it comes to this Napoli team. As you can see, though, Inter earlier on were the overwhelming favourites to win Serie A. They're down by a goal against Al Ittihad in the first half of this friendly. They're getting very wet, as you can see. We've got the second half for you coming next. Stay with us.
Welcome back, everyone, to the All-Power Stadium here in Monza, Brianza, for the second half between Inter and Al Ittihad. It is the penultimate friendly and penultimate pre-season match for the Nerazzurri, who after 45 minutes find themselves a goal down against Al Ittihad. If we're honest, the Saudi side will perhaps feel a little bit fortuitous about having that 1-goal lead after Joaquin Correa, Matteo Darmian and Jan Bisek had big chances to score for Inter. In all fairness though, Karim Benzema also missed a sitter by his standards. So this game could very well be a 2-2 draw at half-time. It isn't. Inter have got some work to do to try and get themselves back into the match, but you just feel that if the Nerazzurri can pick up the tempo and play quickly forwards, then they should be able to quite comfortably regain control of the match. Referee Niccolò Turini blows for the start of the second half. It is Al Ittihad in possession of the ball. Fabinho can take it out of defence. Benzema. Diaby, whose speed caused problems to Nerazzurri. Benzema, that's a good ball. This could be dangerous, and it's a good thing that it's a very, very tame shot from Aouar. But Inter can break here. Fratesi can pick out Darmian, who's made the run down the right side. Fratesi, however, delayed the pass, and Al Ittihad get themselves back in their shape. Here's Acerbi. Çalhanoğlu. The start of the Serie A season for the reigning and defending champions is exactly 10 days apart, and they're going to have to tidy up a little bit. This could be dangerous. Al Ghamdi, Sommer with the save, Diaby. And right at the beginning of the second half, Al Ittihad double their lead, and it is that man again, Moussa Diaby. 60 million euros for the Frenchman to join the Saudi Pro League from Aston Villa in the summer. And it was a ball cheaply given away. A very good save initially from Sommer. Di Marco not able to get back in time. And we were saying that Inter needed to work hard to get themselves back in the game. They're going to have to work even harder. You have to say it's a good finish from Diaby, not an easy angle. Put it right into the opposite corner. Difficult for Jan Sommer to intervene from that sort of position. And he does not look happy. We said in the build-up to this match that this is the first real test for the Nerazzurri during their pre-season. Here's Thuram. Need a goal quickly now to get themselves back in the match. Bastoni. Now Di Marco. Barella. Bisek. Correa. Twice. Correa uses Darmian. Di Marco. Only as far as Bastoni. Too far ahead of Di Marco on that occasion, but he met the volley really sweetly, Federico Di Marco. It's unlucky that he didn't find a way through the defenders. Inter certainly need to pick the tempo up a little bit now. Darmian hugging the sideline down the right flank. Bisek going forwards. Now he uses Darmian. Çalhanoğlu, Acerbi. Di Marco takes it in his stride. And that's a good ball to Bisek. Nobody in the middle. Needed one of the two strikers there to make the run, but it's excellent play from Inter. And it's a perfect ball across by Bisek. Darmian, Bastoni, back to Jan Sommer. Bisek. German once again trying to drag the team forward. Acerbi. Barella looking for Thuram again. Just a little bit too much on the ball, or the run not coming at the right time. Barella. Gamdi making a nuisance of himself, but Bisek thankfully caught up with him quite well. This is where they need to move it into. The Nerazzurri here have to exploit it. Çalhanoğlu recognizing that his team have got to go quicker. It's cleared into the path of Barella. Now Di Marco, low. And once again cleared Barella. It's much better though from the Nerazzurri. Short one in. Referee saying play on, but not on that occasion, as Çalhanoğlu catches his man, Aouar. Sort of tackle that, were it during the regular season, would certainly be a yellow card. Here's the chance again. Very good defending from Fabinho. Not for the first time as well. Fabinho getting himself in the way. One back by Thuram. For the pass, again, not a good one. Di Marco and Thuram just showing that the Nerazzurri are still a little bit rusty during this pre-season. Marcus Thuram, who started most of France's games at the European Championships this summer in Germany, didn't start the game against Spain, which France eventually lost, and his last goal in all competitions, Marcus Thuram, was for Inter against Frosinone toward the tail end of the season. Ittihad once again breaking forwards. Benzema, now Aouar. Here's Diaby. Out wide it goes. Crossing opportunity. It comes in now. Cleared by Fratesi. Thuram. And Inter can get away from this one. without conceding a further goal. Thuram uses his body well there, Marcus Thuram. Now Di Marco. So dangerous, Di Marco, when he comes forwards. Bastoni lends a hand. Bastoni's cross. Darmian at the back post. Kept in play. Chance to pressurise here. Acerbi. Di Marco. Bastoni. Çalhanoğlu. Now Barella. Is there a shot at the end of this one for Barella? Didn't curl enough for Niccolò Barella. Fabinho, who's certainly not gone down in level since moving to centre-back from central midfielder. Benzema, loose that time from the former French international. Correa evades two players. Now Barella, Fratesi in the middle, Thuram. Barella once more. Çalhanoğlu. Di Marco. Bastoni arrives. Di Marco crosses. And the counter-attack might be on. Diaby, who's been very dangerous every time he's got on the counter-attack. Diaby, Bisek again tidies up. He's had a really good game, Jan Bisek. Can't see it on your screens, but Simone Inzaghi turning towards his bench. Plenty of players warming up, and that's going to be offside. Awaz Al-Skur thought he was on, but he wasn't. And again, Darmian here with space. Just a little bit isolated at the moment, those Inter players who are at the top end of the pitch. Barella. Di Marco. Çalhanoğlu. Bastoni. Now Barella. How many teams in the world would love to have Niccolò Barella among their ranks? Inter's captain on the ball once more. Again forced backwards. Looking ahead at the Serie A season, which starts in 10 days for Inter, you have to say that many of the experts and pundits in Italy are almost in unison in believing that Inter the overwhelming favourites to retain the Serie A title. The 21st Scudetto, certainly the objective for this Inter side who crushed the opposition during the last season. Çalhanoğlu now to Bastoni, straight into Di Marco. Might have been offside anyway, Di Marco. Been too many new acquisitions for the Nerazzurri. Be very curious to see the likes of Zielinski and Meditaremi. None of whom feature in the matchday squad. As Diaby takes off once again. Diaby wins a corner, but every time he gets forward, Moussa Diaby seems to make something happen for this Al Ittihad side. His speed certainly an issue. Corner comes in, finds its way through, and Sommer can collect. Now the break. It's lost in an advanced position. Won back by Bisek. Often the last man back, Jan Bisek, and he's very rarely got it wrong at the back. Barella. Diaby. No foul, says the referee, and you just see that there's 8 substitutes getting ready here for Simone Inzaghi and the Nerazzurri. We've reached the hour mark here at the Power Stadium. It's enough, says Simone Inzaghi, for most of the team you imagine will start the opening game of the season against Genoa. Diaby is curling. Sommer confident that that one was off target. Well, here are all the changes, and of course for a commentator it is a little bit of a nightmare here. The moment you dread in these pre-season friendlies when there are so many changes that take place. Di Marco the first to make way, Carlos Augusto comes on, Çalhanoğlu also departs the field. It looks like everyone bar Fratesi and Correa are going to make way here. Denzel Dumfries comes on in that right wing-back position, hoping to make a little bit of a change there. Eddie Salcedo, even the goalkeeper is changed, with Josep Martinez coming onto the field. And the Inter substitutes do better than what the starting 11 were unable to do. Fontana Rosa. Christian Aslani, who had a very good tournament with Albania during the Euro. That's a good ball immediately. De Vrij. Mkhitaryan. Forward thinking this from Inter straight away. Good slide tackle from Fawaz Al-Score. Been a couple of good performances for Al Ittihad. Fabinho has been excellent. Diaby, of course, with the 2 goals, but Fawaz Al-Score looks to be a very useful player down that right flank. Dumfries. Mkhitaryan, Correa. Just too far ahead of Fratesi. It's a good thing that Carlos Augusto was covering because Diaby was away from Fontana Rosa there. Mkhitaryan, Fontana Rosa. Now the crowd start to sing and show their appreciation. Aslani, Mkhitaryan. Fratesi trying to flick it on there to Correa. Alessandro Fontana Rosa spent his formative years with Empoli before joining Inter in 2019 as Correa rounds the goalkeeper and then isn't able to just get the ball across. It's a good run from Correa, applauded by his teammates. Does well initially and then just can't wrap his foot around the ball, Joaquin. Dumfries, a little bit more intent at the moment from the Nerazzurri. Aslani. Carlos Augusto. Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan driving the Armenian. Carlos Augusto's ball. It's Dumfries. Not able to hit the target enough at the moment, but this is much, much better already from the Inter players. At least they're coming forwards. It's a lot further away than I initially thought. Difficult to see from up here in the gantry. Diaby, clash there. A yellow card is shown to Moussa Diaby. I mentioned earlier, usually it takes a lot for you to get booked in a pre-season friendly. Seemed to just lash out a little bit there, the Frenchman. Carlos Augusto. Good ball by Carlos Augusto. Dumfries came across. And it's a free kick given against the Dutch international. Looked like it was a little bit of a coming together there. Tempers flaring just a little bit. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Two players challenging for the ball. Laurent Blanc is actually on the pitch to calm Moussa Diaby down. Not something that you see very often. Going to be taken off. Moussa Diaby. He's got himself a brace. So Jota, the Portuguese, about to be introduced alongside Marwan Al-Shafi as well. Laurent Blanc, from his perspective, we mentioned how Al-Ittihad failed to win any of their season friendlies so far. Some damaging results, including a 4-1 defeat to Betis Seville just 4 days ago. Be much more pleased with his team's performance today. Laurent Blanc will know that they were a little bit lucky not to concede early on, but you have to say that in the second half they've dealt with everything that the Nerazzurri have thrown at them. Laurent Blanc, who of course played for Inter himself from 1999 to 2001, 67 games, 6 goals, before he then joined Manchester United and ended his career there. Eddie Salcedo, the Italian, on loan at Lecco last season. Aslani, that's a really good ball. It's one of Aslani's great qualities, is that he has a peach of a delivery. Didn't quite work out there. 20 minutes to go. Pavard gets the ball back in play. Fontana Rosa. Carlos Augusto Salcedo with a good run. Still kept in play by Carlos Augusto. Fontana Rosa, but the offside flag is up. Aslani does well, but it's won back by the substitute Marwan Al-Shafi. Mkhitaryan comes back to tidy up, and the Armenian gets into moving in the right direction. Salcedo. Christian Aslani. Carlos Augusto. We missed the introduction of N'Golo Kanté, World Cup winner with France in 2018. On the ball now, Kanté. Domestically, Inter only lost 3 times last season. Once against Bologna in the Coppa Italia and twice against Sassuolo, of all teams, who were relegated, of course. First team in history to be relegated after completing the league double over the future champions. De Vrij. Asllani fouled. Here's Mkhitaryan. Fontana Rosa. Carlos Augusto allowed to turn. Mkhitaryan. Asllani. Fontana Rosa, first time into Carlos Augusto. Got the cross away, but again, no runners at that front post for the Nerazzurri. Time starting to trickle away as we hope for an Inter comeback in this match. Salcedo, Frattesi, through to Correa. Correa! He was offside, but he skied it anyway, Joaquin Correa. Just off. Benzema, an early ball. Ittihad. Let's go all the way. Looking for that third with Marwan Al-Shafi, the youngster again. Get forward and make something happen. Years old, Marwan Shafi. Ball played in, headed away by Pavard. Now De Vrij. Goes all the way through, blocked once and cleared by Fontana Rosa. I'll score, and now it can break for Inter. Poorly given ball by Asllani. Correa was expecting it to be played in front of him. Another chance here's Dumfries. Trying to get forwards, Denzel Dumfries. Just tell that a couple of the Nerazzurri are a little bit frustrated. with some of the antics now. Benzema trying to play the peacemaker. Inter have been dangerous from corners. Can they threaten here? Not with a delivery like that. Mkhitaryan. Salcedo didn't expect it now. The counter-attack is on for Al-Ittihad. Kanté to Benzema. Benzema. Kanté again. Looks to be a dangerous ball. Josep Martinez does really well to come out for that one. Salcedo on for Correa. Ittihad at the moment just going into cruise control a little bit. It's not really able to put anything together to get a hold of the ball, and Benzema pulling the strings from that deep playmaker position, that false nine position, which he's arguably the best in the world at playing. Look at that round Aslani ooze from the crowd as Al-Ittihad threaten again. Needs De Vrij to head away in front of Benzema. Fratesi. Last two changes for Simone Inzaghi and for Inter. De Fratesi makes way. And Joaquin Correa is also going to be substituted. A disappointed looking Correa trots off. Introduction of Berenbush. And also of Daniele Quieto. Ahmed comes on for Al-Ittihad. Of Inter's academy graduates coming on. Great to see the youngsters get some time out there with the senior side, with the senior jersey on their shoulders. Quieto, 18 years old, born in 2005. Doesn't that make you sound old? De Vrij covers nicely. Back to Martinez. Lani, Dumfries. Now De Vrij. Carlos Augusto's going to have space now to run into. Can Inter pull one back at this moment? It's Dumfries. Off his chest, Dumfries. And a free kick in favour of the Nerazzurri. Semawa is going to come off, the former Roma man. Saleh Al-Sheri comes on. as does Mohamed Falat. Those are the changes made by Ittihad, who, heading into the last 5 minutes, still have this 2-goal advantage over Inter. As that free kick doesn't find a Nerazzurri jersey. Pavard, who's no stranger to important goals, unable to manufacture one there. It was Eddie Salcedo who'd ridden up. Moskovic. Montana Rosa's header. Slani. De Vrij. Martinez. Back to the experienced Dutch centre-back, De Vrij. Aslani. Freeze. Rhythm of the game and the pace of the match has really dropped at the moment. Quieto, that was a good pass. Salcedo, Quieto. Trying to play with Berenbruch. Now Dumfries goes down. Referee thought about it, didn't give it. It looked like Denzel Dumfries was tripped there. Should be a penalty. That should be a penalty. It's nothing intentional, yes, but he does bring Denzel Dumfries down. If you're an Inter fan, of course, you're screaming for that to be given. If you're an Ittihad fan, you're probably saying there was nothing really deliberate. Both sides of the argument certainly have a case for themselves as Inter try to come forward with Salcedo, and this time the free kick is going to be given, and it is a very, very inviting one. Who to take is the big question. Aslani, you would expect, and it does look like Christian Aslani's lining up for this one. Talked about the Albanians' ability from the set-piece position. Can he make something happen here for his team? Over the top of the crossbar. Not close at all from Aslani, but a good try. Just over 90 seconds to play here at the U Power Stadium. Vieto fouled. Tana Rosa. Carlos Augusto. Aslani. Havar comes forward. Now Dumfries. Aslani wants it, gets it. Salcedo dispossessed, and it may be one final counter-attack for Al Ittihad. Benzema, it's another good ball. And again, Mkhitaryan clattering into his opposite number. Fabinho. De Vrij comes in. 5 minutes of added time indicated by the 4th official. Time for Inter to at least get one back as Mkhitaryan has picked out Dumfries. Havar. Fontana Rosa, Carlos Augusto available. It's a low ball, cleared. Aslani. Dumfries. Good ball in. Carlos Augusto with a glorious chance to pull one back for Inter. And it would have left enough time for the Nerazzurri to challenge for a second as well. Oh, what a ball in by Dumfries. You have to put that down to being pre-season though. If that were in November or December when the players have got a little bit of proper match rhythm under their belts, you'd think that that would certainly be a goal. Carlos Augusto, certainly capable of scoring, and you have to applaud him for getting himself in the right position. But what a glorious chance that was. Inter have been dangerous in the air. You look back to Darmian's header in the first half, then Bisek's right before half-time. And now Carlos Augusto, 3 big opportunities. And the aerial route not paying off at all for the Nerazzurri today. But they've had the chances, Simone Inzaghi's side. And top strikers will always tell you what's important is to be creating the chances. And once you start putting them away, you don't stop. Oh, it looks like De Vrij might have hurt himself there. Here's Dumfries. This time the cross nowhere near good enough, and just hope that Stefan De Vrij is okay and that he's not injured himself badly. Just before the season's about to start, he's holding his hamstring there off your screen, and he's gone down. Oh, this does not look good for Stefan De Vrij. Hopefully it's just cramp as Benzema carries the ball forwards. And sportingly puts it out of play, Karim Benzema. Sure, the players will be thinking that is that. And De Vrij makes way. And going to finish the game with only 10 players on the pitch. Knocking it around with the seconds ticking away here. Al Ittihad. Blanc not making as many changes as Inzaghi's made. Some of the real tenors of the team have kept their place on the pitch. Rashkovic, Fabinho, of course, who has been crucial to Inter not scoring in this game. Benzema, when you have the likes of players like N'Golo Kante coming on, it does also testify to the richness of this Al Ittihad team. We build it as a glamorous fixture and as a tough fixture for the Nerazzurri, who certainly had to work a little bit harder than they have had to do in previous pre-season friendlies. Fontana Rosa with a good tackle. Carlos Augusto. But the referee says that is that. A first defeat during the pre-season for Simone Inzaghi, who was unable to stop the Saudi Pro League side Al Ittihad. Moussa Diaby's brace good enough for Al Ittihad to win it 2-0. The final score here at the U-Power Stadium in Brianza. Inter 0, Al Ittihad 2. Inter, who finished their pre-season tour with a game against Chelsea before taking on Genoa at the Luigi Ferraris in the Serie A opener in 10 days' time. Tough challenge for the Nerazzurri to defend their crown against a very capable Genoa side who frustrated many last season. Simone Inzaghi there will have certainly a few more answers to the questions he did have heading into this game and heading into the final preparations. But once again, the full time here, the U-Power Stadium, Inter 0, Al Ittihad 2.